The small town of Meadowbrook bustled with its usual hum of activity. Claire Matthews, a kind-hearted college student juggling her studies and part-time job at a family-owned restaurant, entered the diner exhausted from her morning classes. Her life was a constant balancing act. Financial struggles weighed heavily on her, but she faced each day with quiet determination. That afternoon, as Claire settled in for a quick meal before her shift, the door creaked open, and an elderly man shuffled inside. His appearance was startling, worn clothes, a weathered face, and eyes clouded with fatigue and hunger. He lingered uncertainly near the entrance, drawing disapproving glances from patrons and staff alike. Claire felt her heart ache. Ignoring the whispers and judgmental looks around her, she stood and approached him with a warm smile. "Would you like something to eat?" she asked softly. The man, startled by her kindness, hesitated before nodding. Claire guided him to a table and signaled to her colleague to bring a meal. Despite her own limited funds, Claire insisted on paying for his food. As the man ate, savoring each bite as though it were his first in days, Claire noticed the mocking glances and murmurs from her coworkers. "What a waste of money," sneered Emma, a fellow waitress. "Why bother with someone like him?" Claire ignored the taunts, her resolve unwavering. "Sometimes, all someone needs is a little kindness," she replied firmly. Unbeknownst to Claire, her simple act of compassion had set into motion a series of events that would change her life and the lives of those around her forever. As the elderly man finished his meal, the restaurant's owner, Nathan Carter, emerged from the kitchen. Nathan, a stern yet fair man, was known for his keen attention to everything happening in his establishment. His sharp gaze fell on the old man, and his expression shifted from curiosity to shock. "Dad?" Nathan's voice trembled as he rushed to the table. The man looked up, his tired eyes brightening with recognition. "Nathan," he whispered. The room fell silent as father and son embraced tightly. Tears streamed down Nathan's face as he explained that his father, Robert Carter, had been missing for weeks. Diagnosed with Alzheimer's, Robert had wandered away from home and had been living on the streets. Nathan had searched tirelessly, fearing the worst. Claire watched the emotional reunion, her heart swelling with a mix of joy and disbelief. The man she had helped, dismissed by many as just another homeless individual, was someone's beloved family member. Turning to Claire, Nathan said, "I don't know how to thank you. If not for your kindness, my father might still be lost." The evening was still as Claire sat across from Nathan in his modest yet elegantly decorated office. The gratitude in his eyes was unmistakable as he listened to her recount her struggles. Claire spoke hesitantly at first, revealing how she had juggled multiple jobs to support her mother, who was battling a chronic illness, and her younger siblings who relied on her for everything. Nathan leaned forward, his brows furrowed. "You've done all this while studying full-time?" he asked, his voice tinged with disbelief. Claire nodded, her gaze dropping to her hands. "It's not easy, but it's what I have to do. I can't let my family down." Moved by her determination and humility, Nathan reached into his desk drawer and pulled out a check. "This is for you," he said, sliding it across the desk. Claire's eyes widened as she saw the amount, $1,000. Her breath caught in her throat. "I can't accept this," she stammered, tears welling up. "You can," Nathan replied gently. "Consider it a small thank you for bringing my father back to me." Overwhelmed, Claire wiped her eyes and whispered her gratitude. But Nathan wasn't finished. The next morning, he approached her with an offer. "I need someone to look after my father, someone with compassion and patience. The job pays double what you make now, and it's flexible enough for your studies." Claire stared at him, speechless. "Are you serious?" Nathan smiled warmly. "I've never been more serious." With tears in her eyes, Claire accepted. The opportunity was more than a job. It was a lifeline. That day, her life took a turn she had never expected, paving the way for a future she could finally hope for. Claire embraced her new role with unwavering dedication, caring for Robert with the same kindness that had brought him into her life. Day by day, his condition improved. Her patience and empathy allowed him to find moments of clarity, and his eyes often lit up with recognition when she entered the room. Nathan watched from the sidelines, quietly moved by the bond forming between Claire and his father. He admired her compassion, her unyielding spirit, and the way she brought light into their lives. She had become more than an employee. She was a beacon of hope and strength for his family. One afternoon, as Claire helped Robert with his exercises, Nathan lingered in the doorway. "You've done more for my father than any doctor could," he said softly. Claire turned, a slight blush creeping across her cheeks. "He's an incredible man. I'm just glad I can help." Their eyes met, and for a moment words felt unnecessary. Over time, their interactions grew warmer. Nathan began inviting Claire to join him for coffee after her shifts, their conversations extending beyond work and into shared dreams, struggles, and laughter. Claire found herself drawn to Nathan's generosity and quiet strength. He wasn't just a successful businessman, he was a devoted son, a man of integrity who valued family above all. One evening, as they stood on the porch after a long day, Nathan finally voiced what had been growing in his heart. "Claire, I've never met anyone like you. You've changed my life in ways I can't even describe." Tears welled in Claire's eyes. "You've changed mine too," she whispered. Their bond deepened with each passing day, and what began as mutual respect blossomed into something neither of them had anticipated: love. 1 year after their first meeting, Claire stood in the same restaurant where everything had begun, but this time it was transformed into a venue adorned with soft lights and flowers. She wore a simple yet elegant gown, her hands clasped tightly with Nathan's as they exchanged vows. Their love, born from an act of kindness, had blossomed into a union celebrated by family, friends, and the community. Life after the wedding became a testament to how far they had come. Nathan didn't just welcome Claire into his life. He embraced her family as his own. He helped Claire's mother find a stable, well-paying job, ensuring she had access to the best medical care. He also arranged for Claire's younger siblings to attend prestigious schools, setting them up for brighter futures. Nathan moved Claire's family into a spacious apartment close to their own, providing a stability they had never known. For Claire, who had spent years shouldering the weight of her family's struggles, this new chapter felt like a dream. Claire continued to care for Robert, whose condition had improved significantly under her loving attention. He often shared stories of his youth, his laughter filling the home. Watching Claire with his father, Nathan felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude and admiration for the woman who had become the center of his world. The ripple effects of Claire's single act of kindness didn't stop there. Inspired by her story, Nathan started a foundation in his father's name to help individuals experiencing homelessness. Claire became its advocate, sharing her journey and inspiring countless others to believe in the power of compassion. What began as a small gesture of empathy had transformed not only Claire's life but also the lives of everyone around her. Her story became a beacon of hope, proving that kindness, no matter how small, could spark miracles that last a lifetime. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss any of our latest videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Thank you all for taking the time to watch, and see you in the next video.